What's up? Welcome to another episode of Bullseye View. You know who I am, the host with the most, Keith Bulluck. I got my man Ron Slay back in the building. He was already on Bullseye View when I first started out. You could go back and check his story. It was a great story. Right now, you can find him on 104.5 The Zone here locally on radio, but the past several months, he's been holding it down on the SEC Network and ESPN, giving his basketball expertise. He recently, Slay.
Yeah.
We know you locally. We know how heavy you are.
Yeah.
But I gotta give you a congratulatory shout out for that Oak Hill Academy being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ron Slay is a local Pearl Cone legend, but then he went to Oak Hill Academy in Virginia, went on to University of Tennessee, became All-American there, SEC Player of the Year, spent 15 years in the pros. Like I said, go watch the Ron Slay story on YouTube TV.
That's right, man. I appreciate that, man. Big shout out to you. Great introduction. If y'all, dude, I got so many hits off of that interview, man, because them the stories I ain't never told.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people DMing me, people I don't know, people I did know was like, dog, why you ain't never told? I was like, man, it didn't never really matter.
That's that personal
stuff,
what I'm saying?
Man? Yeah,
and
so
that's what you use for the bounce back.
There you go.
That's what's up. Well, yo, let's get to this. It's about to be championship week.
Yeah.
And look, March Madness really starts now.
Yeah.
You know, so let me just kick it off. Top basketball players, men basketball players in 2025 as you see it.
Man, well, we can start with this freshman crop. You know what I mean? They've got the world, you know what I mean, hovering around them and got them in a chokehold. And rightfully so.
Man.
Look at the guys. We'll start with Cam Boozer.
Yeah.
I think when you start talking about consistency, it ain't no one better than him out there. Just from the simple fact, what he gonna do night in, night out. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy 6'9", built with a base like his dad, Carlos Boozer, the NBA All-Star, Duke great, national champ. He comes in with that base, not super athletic like the other guys we'll get into, but this dude here, inside, out, he can shoot the ball, he can handle it, he can set guys up. His rebounding is second to none. I don't know how he gets rebounds as quick as he does because he gets them on the second jump. So when he misses, it's almost like Moses Malone used to do. He the first one to get it and go. So I think that's great. He know the double teams coming, triple teams coming every single game. He's still able to go out there and get a double-double and impact the game. It's not just falling on they getting beat and he getting numbers. You know what I'm saying? So he's number one for me.
Is he the best big man?
He the best big man, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Really?
No ifs, ands, or buts about it because he can step out, shoot the three. You can also get it to him on the block or the elbow, and he go get a bucket, a high efficient bucket. Yeah, so I think he's the best big man. When you go down the line, guys they talking about number one pick. I think right now it's between Darren Peterson for Kansas and AJ DeBonsa.
What's up with that, man?
Yeah,
what's up with that, man? It's like, how do you, like, being a former All-American, you know what I'm saying, SEC Player of the Year, how do you feel like he's like, what is it, time loaded in college?
The load management thing. It's questionable how it goes. One thing about it, man, when you coming into it this day and age, you're a business immediately. And your agents that are involved, your trainers involved, moms, dads, uncles, whatever it is, they protecting the product. You are the product. It's a line, though. It's a gray area. How much are you giving to the team? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think when it comes to competing, you watch this guy through his high school career, he never missed games.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gave his all throughout the games. He was going to go get busy. It's just now by getting to Kansas where you start to see the cramps. He had the hamstring for a second. He had the ankle injury. He got the flu one game and set out, which was kind of weird on that. I don't understand that. But he wasn't able to play second halves of games. So he'll play 17, 18 minutes, but he'll have 20, 22 points in that time span. So it always left for the imagination, what would it be if he played longer? As far as the medical issues with him, I'm not sure, you know what I mean, what's going on with that because they ain't let it out. If I'm a GM and it's coming down to drafting them, if I'm securing my job, I can take a chance on them. If I'm unsecuring my job and I got to make a hit, I got to make a splash, I can't take him. You know what I mean? Because you may have that Zion situation where, you know what I mean, the weight.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
You don't know what you're gonna get. So I got to go with the consistency, and that's where AJ DeBonce will come in. As far as the ceiling being high, that dude right there is a phenom, especially in the middle of the court. Like the things that he does in the middle of the court, it's not many that can mess with him. He's one dribble, 2 long strides, getting there, finishing in traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gonna pack the stands. He can shoot it from long range. He can get the board and go. When he applies himself, he can play defense. He can pass the ball. The man got it all. He total package. So but when they went head to head, Darren Peterson got the best of him. You know what I'm saying? That was like big brother taking on little brother. Cool. And you could see that. You could see it in
you could see the like was levels like,
to
dang.
This. And I watching the game, I'm like, AJ, come on, dog, get to him. And
That's crazy.
But it was one of them. They played in high school together for a second. So they was like, this little bro.
All right.
You can't beat big bro. You know what I mean? So it was one of them.
So that takes me to the guy that I love, man.
Okay.
Who you talk about, they got it in his eyes, is Caleb Wilson from North Carolina, man.
Monster.
Like, his attitude, he reminds me of that old school attitude. I'm trying to see everybody. Yeah. I feel like he played in the park growing up.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm coming to take names.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's him. You watch him, and with him, Bully, he's still so raw. You know what I mean? The athleticism off the charts. 6'9", 6'10", maybe hovering around 6'11", but pterodactyl arms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he coming in, he can go get his bucket on the low post. Not a great shooter, but working on it. You know what I'm saying? But the intangible that he brings is what you just hit on. I'm looking for whoever's laced up beside me or in front of me. I got to have them.
Right.
Whatever it is, yeah, you may be more skilled, maybe can shoot better, your defense may be better, but when we line up one-on-one, you're not walking out of here alive.
He going to get his
Come
too.
on, man. He got to. And I love that. You know what I mean? I think North Carolina, they've been reeling a little bit, need to get him back from his wrist injury. And see what they look like with him. I think he does tilt it where they can make an Elite Eight with him in there. Without him, they may go out the first weekend. You know what I mean? Just because they got another big running with them, but just athletically, this dude's special. He reminds me of a KG. When KG first came into the league,
that's my
he give you that feel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
can see that.
That raw, uncut, like, I don't know what I don't know. So I got to go out here and find out. I bumped my head along the way. It is what it is. So Caleb Wilson, one of them dudes.
This cat's been getting a lot of praise, and they say he might be one of the top players in the game, and that's the kid from Arkansas.
Yeah.
He's killer.
Darius Acuff Jr. Hey, man, listen.
What makes him so special? You done named all the special guys, but what make him, get your sweat rag out?
Yeah, because he's going to make you get it out. This dude right here, first of all, demeanor is the same whether they up 40, down 30. It don't even matter. He playing the exact same steady. One of his things that he can do is score. He can score, but he's a point guard. So he'd rather go get 14, 15, 16 assists. You know what I'm saying? But just the way it's set up, because he got other great guys around him, he gets to play one-on-one, and can't nobody stay in front of him one-on-one. 6'2", 6'3", the body of – he put me in the mind state of Stephon Marbury build. With his build, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked different when you run up on him.
You just ain't running up on him.
No, you just ain't running up on him. You know what I mean? He got a mid-range game that's lethal. He got a 3-ball. He can go in there and finish. Not as athletic as a Derrick Rose, but that first step, be able to get in traffic, change in the air.
Body control.
Yeah, he got that of Derrick Rose. Not jumping as high, but he got all of those intangibles. His comp for me would be like a Stephon Marbury, even though Marbury was a little bit more explosive on his jumpers and everything, but he got all of that. The handles, you're not taking it from him, and the composure, man. Like this man, you talked about Darren Peterson. This man's been hurt in a boot for probably about 3 weeks, and didn't nobody know. And he didn't make it. You see a little limp out of him here and there and then, but you're not keeping him off the floor.
He gonna
like
get
this
out there.
one of them, like Cal with this double bye. They need to go and take care of business against Missouri and sit down.
Right.
We'll let you practice on Thursday so you can go on and get ready for Friday. But this dude is different, man. I love watching. He's one I pay money to watch. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah, and you got kids that's coming up want to play the point guard spot. In college, you always jump to pros and say, watch SGA or watch, you know what I mean? Somebody like, no, watch him if you're in college because you got to, don't skip no step.
Right.
Go to high school, college, then the pros. Play like this young man in college.
Well, we just tackled the big men on campus. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the ladies of the hardwood.
Yeah.
Who are some of the ladies that you love watching that's out there doing their thing?
Yeah, I think you first start right here. Right here in Nashville at Vandy, man.
Vandy?
Yeah, Michaela Blakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, man, this young lady did a feat. Now, they SEC tournament has started, but she did a feat that has never been done in the SEC. She averaged 30 points.
Yeah.
Average 30 points. Now, granted, people can average 30 points, but are you averaging 30 points on a losing team? Were you blown out? Where the
right.
numbers fall on deaf
How did you
ears?
get your 30?
Yeah, were they impactful? These impactful 30 points. They finished second in the SEC in a league where you got Texas with Booker. You got South Carolina with Joyce Edwards. You got LSU. You know what Kim Mulkey got down there. Tennessee, the Lady Vols came back. Like, the list goes on and on. Man,
she's giving it to everybody.
Everybody. And it's beautiful to watch. It ain't one of them, okay, I always used to get on women when I see them play because I used to hate the kickstand set shot. Yeah. You have to wind up. That's why I love Meek. Shamika Holst, shout out to her.
You already know.
She was one of the ones that hit back on your podcast too. So salute Meek. You know what I mean? Meek was so fluid and flowing. Tamika Catchings the same way.
Queensbridge finest.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Get busy like that. Madison Booker down in Texas. That's why I like hers. You understand with Michaela Blakes. Stop her and we can win. They can't. Because she's so fluid. She coming off screen. She got the ball in her hands. All this.
So her compared to a Paige Becker or a Caitlin Clark or a Juju Watkins.
Yeah.
So she up there?
Man, listen, she up there. Talent-wise, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only thing's lacking is the brand.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to give love to Candace Storey, what she's putting together at Vanderbilt. Football-wise, men's basketball, we know what Tim Corbin do, baseball. But to bring in Shay Ralph from a pedigree of UConn, championship pedigree, give her time to formulate this and be able to keep pushing. They lost a girl last year, a young lady last year, to NC State coming into this year, who I thought was her running mate. She ain't miss a beat. Right. With Michaela coming into her sophomore year. So that's what's lacking. The USC brand, you know what it is. You got the greats of Cheryl Miller and them that's running around out there.
Right.
Plus it's LA.
UConn,
yeah,
you know
got
what it
UConn.
is.
You got the Lady Vols. You got South Carolina. You got all these schools right there. If you were to take her out and put one of them jerseys on, we'd be talking about her as a sophomore bully, just like we were talking about Caitlin Clark. Because she's doing it every which way. Caitlin Clark was shooting from half court. Michaela Blake shooting from the three-point line and it's worth the same amount of points. And she's doing it more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it is, man. She cold. Right. Sarah Strong at UConn, though. She tough.
Sarah Strong.
Check her out, though, Bullet. This ain't never been done. Everybody talk about the 50-40-90 club.
Yeah.
50% from the field, from 2-pointers. 40% from 3. 90% from the free throw line. She's 60, 40, 90. Now, free throws just went down a little bit to about 88. But everything else hovering right there. So I think it's like 58%. We rounding that up. You know what I mean? 58% from 2. That's not been done. You know what I'm saying? And the level of competition, they blow so many people out. She don't get to finish games, so she only averages about 18. But she's a sophomore.
The efficiency.
Yeah, she a sophomore. She dangerous. Jelani Cambridge from right here. Up at Ohio State, should be Big Ten Player of the Year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Got Ohio State rolling. She giving it to you on all levels. It don't even matter. Yeah. So her sister in the backcourt with her, Kennedy Cambridge, should be Defensive Player of the Year nationally, definitely in the Big Ten. So you got them rolling. It's so many. It's so many. Madison Booker, I talked about her. Cool. Yeah. Who did I miss? We missed from USC. Yeah. Jazzy. Like the women's game.
I love it, man.
It's in a terrific space.
I love it. I love the exposure that they're getting now. I love even the level of play has stepped up, and
it's top notch.
A lot of eyes are on the women's tournament. Yeah. Who is the favorite in the women's bracket for the NCAA tournament?
I think you got to go UConn because they're so loaded.
I love UConn.
Straight up. I'm a big fan of Dawn Staley. Yeah. I think South Carolina can get it done. Will they be able to shoot the 3 well enough? I know their defense will travel.
What LSU talking about this year?
LSU loaded. LSU loaded. They can get it done. Michaela Williams, I think the keys need to be handed to her because she's cold. Right. Flage's doing a terrific job carrying this bunch, but Michaela Williams is different. What's my girl name? Richard, the point guard. She don't get talked about enough for LSU, but she's the truth. So they can make a run for it. Texas, of course. Rory coming back off her injury. She's got quit turning the ball over, so Vic stopped taking out the game. But they got a monster, Madison Booker, who she wear 35. Right. First thing you think about with Texas 35 is Kevin Durant. Right. You know, she got the same.
She wear it for a reason.
Yeah, she just ain't doing it on the 3-point line. But inside, man, got that fluid game, post up, all that. So there's a lot of them out there to challenge, man. Who
is the front runner for the men's tournament? You know, obviously Duke is tough. You got a lot of SEC teams that can challenge for it. You know,
I think when you look at it, Bully, I would go I had to take a Final Four. 1, 2, and 3, I think it's kind of set. Duke, and I wouldn't have believed in Duke. I wouldn't have believed in Duke until they did what they did to Michigan.
Duke is always, man. That's crazy,
man. They got the
Coach
best
K
player.
ain't even there no more.
He ain't even there. He ain't even there. He's a liaison.
Was you a Duke fan growing up?
No.
Yeah, nah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I thought what they did to Michigan, and Michigan's been so dominant, I didn't think the guard play for Duke could get them over the hump. Caleb Foster, salute Oak Hill. He's come along. He's playing much better right now doing the back stretch of these games. Arizona loaded, dog. Koa Pete, that's another freshman. Braden Burris, another freshman that could be top 10. Jaden Bradley at the point. Koa Pete, I mentioned. Arizona, Tommy Lloyd's done a terrific job with them guys. You know, I mean, they're going to be locked in. And then Michigan. Right. Michigan because of their front line. Right. My only thing with LJ Kaysen, the backup guard, got hurt. And I thought he did a lot for them, especially when Elliot Cadeau, the point guard that transferred from North Carolina, kind of faltered. Right. Not making shots, turning the ball over. You got a front line right there. When it comes to fourth, I'm going to have to put Florida right there.
All right, yeah, Florida's tough right now.
Florida tough, man. They front line is the best front line in the country. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? And then Todd Golden, he confident, feeling himself right now.
Well, being that Florida is, would they give Duke a run for their money because they're playing SEC basketball versus ACC basketball? It's two different styles. You know, you got to adjust on. You can watch as much film as you want, but once you get on that hardwood, it's just like once you get on that field.
That's right. I'm going to tell you this, Bullets. They played early in the year and lost by 1 up there at Cameron. In Cameron. This one a neutral site game in 1. Cameron. And this ain't the same Florida team now that it was then. The guards wasn't playing up to par like that. Boogie Flan wasn't giving what he got defensively. Xavier Lee hadn't come into his own comfortable enough to say, all right, I ain't got to look for guys. I can play like I was at Princeton when he had the ball in his hand the majority of the time, doing the no-look passes, being able to shoot the 3, free-flowing, got his hair bouncing. You know what I mean? He ain't getting a haircut no more. He feeling himself. So that's the backcourt different. You know what I mean? You know what the front court is? Thomas Houck is an All-American. He moved from the 4 spot to the 3 spot. Definitely going to get a piece of SEC Player of the Year, but he carries this bunch, and now they're getting depth. Clavshaw's a guy I mentioned coming off the bench. Isaiah Brown, C.J. Ingram. They're getting depth off the bench that's making them a problem. If Duke doesn't say, I'm playing defense and defense is going to carry us to a championship, Duke will lose by 10 or more.
Wow. Yeah, man. You know what? I'm going to go with Florida. My team is going to be Florida and North Carolina, man. Because the kid Boogie Flans out of New York went to school with my nephew up there in the Bronx. All right. And then I'm going to just rock with my guy Caleb Wilson, see how far he could get.
I ain't mad at that. Let me give you one more too. I'll be remiss if I didn't mention Houston. I'm a huge Kevin Sampson fan.
Always got them playing.
Man, what? And them freshmen that we've been talking about, one that can't be left out is Kingston Flemings. This young dude here, man, must see TV. Wow. Like the same demeanor as a guy like we talked about with Darius Acuff Jr. And he's playing alongside 2 veterans. You got Tugler down low. You got another freshman in Senac that plays the 4 spot. Kevin Sampson, man, you better not count him out. So I already said I'm gonna stick with it. My championship game, I got Florida playing Houston. Florida playing Houston for a rematch in the championship, and I don't know how it's gonna go.
That's cool. That's what's up.
Plus, I want to be there.
Where's it at?
It's going to be in Indianapolis. But
we can take
as long
that
as
ride.
the SEC team get there, I'll definitely
Take that ride. Take that ride.
Yeah.
So for that last 1 seed between UConn and Florida, who you got?
Man, I'm going to go right now. I'm a big eye test guy. I've been horrible with analytics, looking at metrics, all of that. I'm going to take into account what your resume
Hey, don't let them cross you over, bro, with the analytics and shit. Nah, eye test, film don't lie.
It never does, though.
Keep it thorough.
I got to go with Florida in that spot because I don't think it's a team playing better than Florida right now at this moment. Yes, they played earlier in the year. Yes, UConn beat them. But like I said about the Duke situation, this ain't
Different
the same
team.
Florida
You
team.
learn from them lessons.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And give credit, this ain't the same UConn team. You got Mullins, who's a good player, who's coming along. Solo Ball, you know who he is. But they don't have the front line. Like UConn, when they went them back-to-back championships, they had guys like Klingon coming off the bench. All these guys, they were big. They ain't that big, but guess who is? Florida is. They playing with a different swagger, different confidence. They get my 1 seed. Plus, they lost to who did UConn? UConn lost to Creighton. I don't think that was a good loss. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't a good loss. Wasn't a good look.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about basketball, right? Because you go out there, I ain't play good against them, but then you get it in your mind, I'm gonna bust their ass.
Yeah, next time,
we lost by 1. Oh yeah, I'm about to do my thing.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what's up. Yo, Slay, you just took us down the West End with the Vandy, which was surprising to me before we even got to Rocky Top. Who on the men's team is that you like is really representing and holding y'all down that can, maybe help y'all make some noise?
Well, the guy that's emerged as that guy that was coming in, a 5-star, Nate Mint. This young man right here started a little slower than the rest of these freshmen, but had the same hype coming in. You just didn't see the immediate impact that the other guys, the Boozer, the Bonsa, Peterson, all these guys had. But his name was still mentioned there. The second half of the season, him getting stronger, putting on weight, learning where to get his shots, the balance that he gets, it's a little different. And then he has what a lot of people don't have. He's 6'10", playing on the wing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. And he trusted what Coach Barnes was telling him. So now, throughout SEC play, he's been torturing people, getting to a spot, finishing at the rim, still being able to shoot the three, but handling the ball and rebounding, I think, has been key. The effort he gives on defense is top-notch. I think this Tennessee team can make a run. I think their floor is a Sweet 16. The only problem with them is their bigs, who I think can mirror what Florida does, they just don't finish like Florida does.
Got you.
There was a game about a week ago. They went 12 for 29 on layups. Can't do that. Yeah, that's bad. But they had 25 offensive rebounds.
Bunnies?
You got to have them. If you get 25 offensive rebounds in a game, you shouldn't just have. They had 25 points. They should at least have 48, 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. That gives you different opportunities. So they have that and being able to take care of the ball. They got Jacoby Gillespie, who's doing a much better job of that. Been to the Sweet 16 with Maryland, Tennessee kid, helping lead this bunch. So we'll see how deep they can go. But they got to have Nate Mint healthy. He's going to be one of them guys that's worked his way back in the conversation of being a top 6, top 7 pick in this NBA draft.
Let's keep it up on Rocky Top.
No.
The Lady Vols is starting to get back in the swing of things when it comes to women's basketball. What are your thoughts on the job Kim Caldwell is doing up there and just overall on the Lady Vols right now?
I like how she came in. She came in with a splash. She had them back competing. I think when the coaches previous to her were let go, it was because they wasn't able to get over the hump. So not being competitive enough against the likes of UConn, the South Carolinas, and things of that nature. So she came in with a different style. They're all Arkansas, Nolan Richardson, Rick Pitino, Kentucky, 40 minutes of hell, pressing. We're going to play up speed. We're going to shoot a lot of threes, or we're going to get layups. You know what I'm saying? So that took a while to get used to. Had a great season last year in year one. Coming back in this season, we were expecting as fans a lot more. They kind of faltered down the stretch. Had a good recruiting class come in, but hasn't won like we thought she would. So we've heard rumblings around the program as far as not being able to get everybody on the same page, people showing up late for shoot around, things of that nature, people not able to travel because it was things that they didn't live up to the team standards. And so that's a problem. But you'll be judged in wins and losses because there's some big footprints to fill. I love her coaching style. Sometimes question some decisions that are made in game. But outside of that, she got a monster in Olivia Edwards coming in next year that could tilt the scale a little bit, a post player. So we'll see. Got to make it to that point. But they ended the SEC stretch not good. Getting blown out, getting smoked by a couple of games. You know what I'm saying? That third quarter has been a problem for them. So we'll see how she ends the year. But this should be a team elite 8-wise talent. But can they put it all together and get there? I ain't sure.
Slay, where else can they find you? I know they got you working this week. What's the deal?
Well, SEC tournament for sure. We at the desk right there in Bridgestone. So y'all come down here, holler at me. You know what I mean? Show a peace sign.
I'm gonna pull up.
Pull up on your boy. Going all the way through. Championship ends on Sunday. I'll leave early to head to Bristol. ESPN. They doing the selection show special after the brackets release. So Sunday and Monday, I'll be on there holding it down, man. So
my dog heavy, boy. My dog heavy.
I'm in here.
One of Cashville's finest, baby.
You know that.
Thanks for watching Bullseye View. Please like and subscribe and check us out on all social media platforms.
Podcasting for the masses, and I'm coming correct.